Their job is to turn troubled teenagers around. But are these Department of Juvenile Justice camps even keeping these children safe from each other?
Camps like this one in Union, where a mother says her son was bloodied and beaten by his peers and counselors. Now criminal charges are possible. Contracts are being evaluated and a state investigation is underway. We promised you answers on how these camps work.
7 News reporter Brianna Smith drove down to Columbia today to get them. Here is her investigation you're seeing first on 7.
Barbed wire, cell blocks, and isolation rooms. This is where you might think an offender of crime would serve their time. But if you're a juvenile offender in South Carolina, you might end up here. If it looks like a summer camp, that's in essence what it is. But these camps have come under scrutiny over the past 2 weeks after 2 teens escaped from Camp White Pines, one with allegations of abuse.
Another staff member had proceeded to choke him, throw him up against the wall, threw him into a shower. They put a t-shirt in my son's mouth. He told them he couldn't breathe. His chest was caving in and he felt like he was going to die. And he said the beating did not stop at that point.
We sat down today with DJJ Director Sylvia Murray and asked just how safe the kids are in these camps.
We've actually been there, so we've checked on that, so they are indeed safe.
The camps are filled with kids who go through the state's criminal justice system, but the camps are staffed and operated for the state by a private company known as AMI Kids.
Are you guys reevaluating your contract with AMI?
We are, and the private providers as well.
All private providers?
Absolutely.
While AMI controls the camp, DJJ is in charge of inspections. 7 state program monitors make monthly visits, as well as what they call frequent and unplanned visits.
Could it have been caught sooner before these things happen?
Through a monitoring visit, perhaps, yes.
DJJ tells us 11 kids have escaped from Camp White Pines in the past 3 years. DJJ's own protocol requires an immediate call to the local sheriff's office. But Union County Sheriff David Taylor says that hasn't always happened.
In the past 4 years, he has only been contacted about 3 runaways from that camp, his office.
Well, that is definitely not the protocol that should have been utilized for that facility.
Camp White Pines isn't the only DJJ facility with runaway issues. Excalibur in the Travelers Rest area of Greenville County also doesn't have a fence.
It takes our most aggressive kids.
And in the past 3 years, they've had 43 escapes.
At what point do you look at these numbers and you say, you know what, it's not just an issue anymore, something needs to be done?
We're there. It actually is. We actually had a meeting last week of what things we can put in place at each one of these facilities to make sure this does not happen again.
While DJJ focuses on the future for this entire program, the next steps for Camp White Pines are in the forefront.
They may have some management changes there. I can foresee that happening at that particular facility.
We are told that the investigation is wrapping up, the one about the abuse claims. And if any changes are made to the system, we are going to update you right here.
So is it possible that some criminal charges could come out of this?
Right, because we're talking about a criminal act, right? Abuse on a child. And they said if these claims are founded, there is going to be charges against the counselor, charges against other peers in that camp as well. So we're going to be keeping on that for you.
All right, Brianna, thanks for getting answers for us tonight. Well, meantime, police say they need your help to catch